Hi class, this is looking at the second part of our making the bacteria media. So what we're going to make up is a batch of tryptic soy broth. Okay. And tryptic soy broth requires 30 grams of media per liter. Well, we're going to make a tenth of that, or 0.1 liters, or 100 milliliters. So we need to take 30 grams and divide it by 10, and that'll give us 3 grams. And so we're going to make out 3 grams of this broth. So what we're going to do is weigh this out, and first thing you want to do is make sure you tare or zero out your balance with the weigh boat, and then we're going to add 3 grams. And it doesn't have to be, exact, but you want it pretty close, within a tenth of a gram. Okay, so there we have our 3 grams, and we're going to add that to our bottle. Okay, so that's done, and then we get a new weigh boat. I'll use the same one for discussion purposes, but and then we're going to add agar, and so we want the recipe for agar calls for 18 grams per liter, so a tenth of that would be 1.8 grams. So we'll just do that. So we tare it out. So we're zeroed, and then we put 1.8 grams. Again, it doesn't have to be exact, but within a tenth of a milliliter, tenth of a gram. Okay. There's 1.87, which will be fine. It's better to go a little bit extra than to go too light, because if you have too little of the agar, then when you use your inoculating loop to spread your bacteria on it, you end up tearing the surface of the plate. And here is our plate. This is a TS agar right here. Okay. All right, so now in this bottle, I have agar and tryptic soy broth. And so then we call this TS agar. And so it's tryptic soy agar, or you can call it just tryptic soy agar. But generally, we're going to just call this TS agar. And we'll go add the water now. So we should have about 100 milliliters in here. We pour that. And one thing I want to point out, agar does not dissolve unless it's boiling. Okay, and we don't have to worry about it. We just need to mix it up a little bit, but it'll never go clear. And so when we get this in the autoclave, which we have to sterilize it, we're going to use, it has to get up above boiling temperature. It's going to be 121 degrees Celsius with the pressure of the autoclave. And so that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So it's going to be well above 100 degrees. And so we're going to be able to make this very soluble, and it'll come out as a clear. It won't be colorless, but it will be clear. You can see through it. Okay, a couple other things we need to do is put on a piece of tape that says what this is. And then we put on a piece of autoclave tape, a different type of tape. It has an indicator. And autoclave tape is going to change color to it once it reaches the proper temperature and is sterilized. I'll go get it. Okay, so this is the autoclave tape. You see those white diagonal lines? When it reaches the proper temperature for the amount of time, it will turn black. And then that's a way to tell that it's been autoclaved and sterilized. Here's our label tape. We'll put it on. When you put tape on, help the lab people out a little bit by bending one edge of this under, so that it doesn't stick to the bottle as securely. So when they're ready to wash this, after you're done with your experiment, you're going to pull it off. Okay, so just do that little thing, and then we're going to call this one TS auger, and you should put your names or initials and then the date. Okay, and then here's the autoclave tape. We'll put that on, and we don't need very much. We're not going to do much with it. It just goes on top of the lid. Okay, and then the lid has to be loose. If you tighten it too much, and when you put this into the autoclave, this will overpressurize and blow up. And the worst thing is that it would blow up after it's autoclaved. It gets really hot and pressurized, and then you take it out of the autoclave, and then you get this all over, blown up all over you, and it can be very serious. Okay, so you want to make sure this is loose so that it can vent the pressure. All right, and so this will go into an autoclave, and the autoclave will do its work on it, and then when we're done.